friends, it's Teresa, and today I want to show you a very easy and inexpensive DIY that will totally transform your wall or an area in your home. If you'd like to see how I totally transformed an area in my home, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. So my DIY today is going to be refinishing these shutters for a wall treatment in our hallway downstairs, and I found these shutters, both of them for $20, and I knew it is exactly what I needed for that space. So let me show you what supplies you're going to need and how I achieved the look that I got. So you'll need the Waverly chalk paint, some foam brushes, and then I used a sander, and then I also used a dark glazing, and you'll see that later on. It was really easy. I just took the electric sander and started sanding off all the chippy paint, and as I started sanding I saw all the different layer of paint that was on the shutters. And let me just add, I do have goggles and a mask on just because I didn't know how old these shutters were and I didn't know if it had lead or anything in it. So just to be safe, I did wear some protection. And now it's time to paint. So I just used the white Waverly chalk paint and went over the whole entire shutter. And once the white chalk paint dried, I went over it with the sander to expose some of the other colors that were originally on those shutters. And then here I'm just dry brushing the dark wax, antiquing wax, on the shutters just to give it kind of like a little worn area in areas that I felt like it would just be a natural wear. And then I just sprayed it down with that rust-oleum matte spray just to protect it because it was the chalk paint. So I'm using these shutters for family picture display. And what I did was I took our family photos and had them printed on 8x10 in black and white. Then I went to the dollar store and got the foam core board, and I wanted to attach my pictures to the foam core. And for this, the biggest tip that I can give you is make sure you are using a really, really sharp, straight razor or X-Acto knife. You can see that I'm struggling a little bit. It works a lot easier if you have an extremely sharp, I can't stress that enough, X-Acto knife. And to attach the pictures, I use this spray adhesive, and then you'll also see that I'm using that sanding block just to kind of clear up the edges a little bit because the razor wasn't very sharp. I had a rough edges, so here I'm just kind of cleaning it up, and it worked out. It worked really good. So all you do is you just spray your foam core and then attach your picture. This method turned out really, really nice, and it looks very professional. I was very pleased with it. So let me know below if you've ever used the foam core board to mount any of your pictures. And this is a saying that I found on Pinterest, and Courtney's just using her Cricut to print it out for me. I found a frame when we were cleaning out my aunt's garage back in the summer, and we have a whole fixer-upper series on that, and I can link that below for you in case you haven't seen those videos. But I found a really nice frame, and you'll see here all I did was just painted a piece of plywood black, and then she printed out that saying on white vinyl. Here's that frame I told you that I found out in the garage. It's a beautiful, I didn't do anything to it but just wipe it down. So that's how our picture turned out. And then here you'll see how I have displayed our shutters and that sign. This is a hallway in between our stairs and the kitchen, and so it's kind of a hard angle to show you, but I hope you get a good enough view of it. But as you can see, I just took these little clips that I found on Amazon and attached those to the shutters, and then I just attached my pictures to that. And then at Christmas, I changed the sign. Courtney also made that for me. I found that on Pinterest as well. And then I just used the same foam core board, turned it around, and printed off Christmas pictures that we've had, over the years with the spray adhesive. So now I have the Christmas pictures on one side of that foam core board, and then the other pictures, so I just flip them back after the holidays and put my family frame back up there. And I just love the impact that these shutters have on this wall. It totally transformed this area in this little hallway. I hope that you enjoyed today's DIY, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like these videos. And if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I will also link a couple of the videos that I mentioned earlier down below. And until next time, friends, bye-bye.